You, you the first, actually, one of the first to answer the call. You're welcome and thank you.
I've got another, it hasn't got a name, it's just got a number. 084-739-2766. Who's
That
that?
is a spy.
That's what, sorry?
It's a spy.
Still haven't got that.
It's a camera.
Oh, it's a
Somebody taking
camera.
notes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's me. The spy.
A spy. Okay, now I've got it. Are you feeling?
Recording the conversation, so I'm hoping this is a solution for when people say what exactly happens in the podcast. It's 5 past now, and we are commuting wherever we're commuting from, and we're just gonna give people 5 more minutes, 10 past we start. So we're hoping that people get to see what we do, wherever we're coming from, and the mindset, because positivity is an everyday, all day thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I enjoyed it when someone said, well, you must capture it. There's a podcast already on Bombella Positivity. Good evening, Bethwell. How are you, Manier?
Greetings, sir. For the greetings. I'm well, and how's everyone?
Hi, Beto.
Hi, Nick. There's some echo with some mic open.
Sorry, Mr. Bethwell, I couldn't hear you there. Hey, Bethwell.
I just got in. You may continue. Sorry to disturb.
Oh, I couldn't hear you. So I was just waiting on the response there.
Give me a sec.
Sorry, I could barely hear you. You there?
Can you mute one device? There's echo.
I'm not sure what's going on, guys. Maybe it's me, but I can't hear anyone. Maybe it's the spark. A lot of activity in the background. Oh, Keith, so what's the update? How are you and Greg doing?
Yeah, we're doing well, thank you. It's ups and downs. Greer spent nearly a week in hospital. Her kidney count went down to 7. And praise the Lord, they didn't put her onto dialysis. And she took the right muties and did the right things. And she didn't have to go onto dialysis. So that was good. She's doing very well.
No, that's good
And
to
are
hear.
you back? Are you fine again now, Jim?
Yeah, for me it's a cold. It was like a mild. Oh, this was COVID. Because I was,
Crazy.
yeah, I was shivering, but it started off coughing, and now it's just phlegm that I'm coughing, but I feel better. The weekend was sure quite hectic.
Oh, it's crazy weather we're having this time of the year.
Yeah, no, yeah, crazy still, and it affects your health. You know, some of us we get sick, but yeah, we're still here, so we're thankful for that.
Jim said, can you hear me, sir?
Yes, yes, I can hear you now.
Can you mute one of the two devices?
Mm, yeah, no, this.
Just one of them.
Hold on, hold on. I can do it. Isn't it? I'm not.
Oh,
Sorry.
it's
Yeah,
better now. Yeah, it's better.
sorry. I'm not at the PC, so that one is recording. So I think it was
Oh,
me. Mm, but that was my
oh.
fault. Apologies. I can hear you now. How are you, Mr. Mangoba?
I'm well. Thank you for asking, sir. I just celebrated my 32nd birthday on Saturday.
Yes.
So excited about that. And I spent it at home. I was with the kids. It was the best birthday ever.
Oh, happy birthday, my man. I'm glad to hear you had a good time and the experience is still going on. Yeah, no, definitely life is a journey. We still have many, many more years.
What number was this? How old are you, in other words?
32.
Okay, wonderful. Is that Umfundu seemed to come on for a minute and then went off? Yeah.
Yeah, there was someone who came on for a minute.
All right, Jim, why don't we start then? And if anybody else comes on, then it'll be wonderful.
Oh, okay, then keep. Mind you, I'm also driving home. I'm not at home, so now said the network is also on the line. It might be affected, but yes, we may begin. We may start. But I would like to maybe nominate either a Bethwell or a Keith to just take over the meeting. Apologies.
Bethel, why don't you do that? And I'll be here to support you.
Yes, I can. Okay.
Excellent.
So we begin. We're gonna start posting. Jim said you can go first because you might disappear anytime. So can you put first?
Thank you. Well, my week has been sure a little bit admin busy, just to say the least. But I was also focusing on my health, and yeah, mostly the health. It took over. It made me realize that, yo, guys, at the end of the day, if you don't have your health, you've got nothing. So for me, focusing on the health, leaving all the other stuff, just because, yeah, it's not nice being sick, you know, and also you're not productive because you are sick. It's worse when it's something physical, like maybe you can't get out of bed, you're in pain, you've got headaches and things like that. You can't really do much. So I'm glad that I did have maybe some time to recuperate, not fully, but I can tell that I know we are recovering. The worst is over. So on the positive note, what did I gather? I had time to think. I was still positive. I'm still someone who's positive. I had time to think of this and that. And as a lazy person, what's my next move that will make a big impact? Am I don't know, sprinkling moringa onto my food to keep healthy? Am I don't know, drinking an extra glass of water? You know, things like that. Am I staying away from junk food? All of those things. Just small anyana stuff, a small action that could lead to big results or reactions. So, and then I was reading, or actually not reading, I watched like a podcast on food. Why is food now very tasty? Back in the days, it was bland. You know, you didn't have much flavors, and then there was an explosion of flavors and spices and things like that. And we get to see that food is also cultural. It's tradition, you know, traditional for other people. But over the years, it's evolved to what we have today. And some food is good for us, some is bad for us. So don't say food that tastes good is good for you. You know, some nice tasting food is bad for us. So getting to know things like that and appreciating that even the bitter stuff, it's good. You know, chewing on moringa leaves, which is like one of the best things you can do for yourself. That thing is bitter, and you're not really encouraged to do it every day just because you've got a tree outside your yard. I mean, you can have all the medicines in the world, but if you don't use them efficiently, it's nothing. So I'm glad that I don't really, when I get such flus or colds or whatever it was, I don't really rush off to the hospital to get a vaccine shot or a flu shot. I've never really done that. I've never really had to do that. So I was quite positive about my health. I was like, yep, I'll make it. And if I don't, my body will somehow learn through this whole process, and eventually I'll make it. But I'm not going to be like down and out and send me to the hospital. Why? Because I believe my food is my medicine. You know, when I walk by the moringa tree, I have to take a little nibble. And all that micro dosing, it's really improving my immune system overall. I'm not saying that I won't get sick. I mean, I do cough now and then, but it doesn't last as long. So that was my weekend, my introspection. I believe that I'm capable of growing my own pharmacy in my backyard, a tasty one, learning to understand that food is my medicine. It need not be tasty, but it's healthy. Yeah.
Excellent. Thanks, Jim. And
Thank you.
carry on, Bethiel.
Thank you. You're going to respond. I just wanted to welcome Lise, the king. Welcome, sir. How are you doing? Possi greetings.
Possi greetings. Thank you for having me today. Sorry I wasn't around the past few weeks. Yeah.
We're just glad you joined us today. We are now posting. James just finished. So now we're going to Mr. Keith. Sir.
Thanks, Bethiel, and thank you, Jim, for that. You're very right. Food is of incredible medicinal value to us, and I know over the years have not paid attention to it. Fortunately, my wife does. So yeah, and yes, welcome again, Talisha. Good to see you on. Good to be here again, chaps. Sorry, I missed a couple. So the reason that I missed 2 weeks ago was that I went to Joburg to attend a memorial service for my wife's brother. And I think I did report back on that quite a lot. And we're very pleased that we did go. It all went well. And just to remind you, he was an incredible man. He gave a tremendous amount of himself, mainly in his latter years, to the veterans in South Africa and internationally. And he was on the international board of veterans. So it was a wonderful experience as well. To be up there. It was just it was supposed to be very small, just a family, but quite a lot of people came. And in February, there's going to be an official state memorial for him that the Veterans Association is putting on. So that's going to be quite something. And then coming back to White River, my wife took ill and she was in hospital most of last week, but praise the Lord, and thanks to good medicines, she's back home and well on her way to full recovery. I personally, Jim was talking about how being not well affects you, and it certainly does, physically and mentally, and that is just an irrefutable fact about getting older. My wife's father, my father-in-law, he was an incredibly wise man. That one of his sayings was for himself as he got older, he said, the mind is making appointments that the body can't keep. And I'm certainly experiencing that now time and time again. I have all of these ideas of what I still can do, and it comes to the end of the day and I haven't achieved what I wanted to. But just to share very quickly with you, it's now been months that I've been going round and round in square circles, not getting on with the many, many things that I could get on with. And my basic problem is I'm getting impatient with myself and the many things that I haven't accomplished that I would have liked to have accomplished. And I'm in the process of preparing for 2026. the next during December now and early in the new year, talking to you guys and a couple of other people in groups, asking for your assistance to bring some more people in to listen to what I have to say, because I've got to make some serious decisions. Are there people willing to take over, for want of a better word, willing to accept from me an idea, a viable business proposition? There are all kinds of things that I cannot do now and will not be able to do. And to save them from extinction, I am now soliciting some people to take over all or some of it, the pieces. And I obviously will continue to then focus on the Positivity Foundation and just create a whole lot of ideas and other things. And there is such exciting possibilities around what we call MAD, M-A silent P-D, and MAPD stands for Making a Positive Difference. Just about everybody wants to make make a difference. And the minute you put the word positive in, it somehow has a completely different and far more powerful message. I am coming to Nelspruit tomorrow, and I've got a few meetings planned, two of which are with property people that over the years I've had something to do with, and I'm going to be speaking to them and getting their advice on what Jim and I have spoken about many times, and that is to get premises for MAD, for us as a group of positive people, and see what we can do. So I'll be able to report on that next week very much. And obviously, Jim, that's what I said. I hope to see you tomorrow as well. We'll chat about that at the end. So that was, as usual, a long post, but what a privilege to be able to have you guys to share these things with. So that's mine for the moment.
Thank you for posting, Mr. Keith. We are glad that there was the service or the proceeding went well with the family, and more than that, there'd be a memorial, a statue, if I'm getting it correct, a statue, right? Or of the brother-in-law who has left us. That is wonderful. Jim, what you touched on is very crucial. Having a pharmacy in the backyard, natural things. That is a crucial thing, and I feel it's one of the things that we must not lose. However, we modernize to know what is the nutritional and medicinal value of plants. The king said it's time for you to post, but before that, does anyone have any remarks regarding what Mr. Keith has posted?
Yes, in terms of the land distribution and what's that, I'd like to be a part of it, and I'd like to see where we can go with that, Mr. Keith.
I'll be arranging specific. It must be in person. It can't be virtual. I'll be setting a date or finding a venue and setting a date, and I'll give a good week's notice about it at least. So thank you.
Noted. What I'd like to talk about is how dreams are achievable. Simple to dream, but it's very simple to dream. But to achieve the dreams, you need to be somewhat strict towards yourself. It's almost like a diet of the brain and the body. You go through meditation and so to speak. My point is that I'm getting land finally. Gonna buy land from Cap Maiden. So I want to build there. If I can get any support in terms of the protection of the land first before the building, that'll be great. Because I'm not looking to stay there immediately. Even if there's a windy house, that's still okay. I can still visit there. But in terms of the protection of the land is what's important. And that gives me a bigger dream, in terms of now I can even try occupying the restaurant industries, with the cuisines and the desserts, which are completely vegan. I'd like to take this opportunity and say, yeah, thank you for the group. It's been a pleasure. It's been a roller coaster ride actually, but it's been a pleasure being part of the group, being motivated. Every now and then it's a good thing, and we should also look for personal motivations. Look to strive for bigger things. You know what I mean? Because it doesn't end with us. We can build generational wealth, but if the next generation doesn't know how to handle it, then how would we then succeed? How would we then have succeeded in terms of producing that generational wealth? Some people have built it and lost it, like Gucci. The famous Gucci product or brand, so to speak, has been lost from the family of Gucci. So we need to be more strict on ourselves in terms of building that financial wealth. It must be stable and generational, so to speak. So that's my motivation in terms of that. I'm motivated to get the land, motivated to do more, to strategize, plan, and organize for the perfect scenery. Because I'm looking at building extra rooms for people to come and rent, but I need it to be a substantial amount of money because I want to build master bedrooms, one master bedroom per couple or per 2 to 3 people. The bed will be big enough. So I have a lot of ideas that I need to formalize and come through with a strategy.
The king, sir.
Execute.
The king, sir.
Yes, sir.
Sorry, maybe I was not clear enough. What you're saying, I want to hear it more, especially when we're pondering. Right now, we would like to know, we would like you to post to tell us, especially Mr. Keith, since he hasn't seen you in a while, how have you been since you were last here in this meeting? What has been going on and things like that. And then we'll go to the foundation. Please, I want to hear more about that. But can you post just quick before we go to pondering? And then, Jim, you will begin pondering, sir.
I don't know. Don't know where to start. The few weeks have been tough. I've been trying to collect my thoughts, to make them productive, so to speak, So I've been I've been thinking about that a lot, how to be progressive, how to be, but I remember that it all deals with consistency. So the more consistent we are towards our dreams and our passions, the more consistent the results are. You know what I mean? So yeah, that's my take on it. Thank you for your time.
Thank you, sir.
Excellent. Is Jim able to hear us at the moment, or is he? Because he said he wasn't home, so he's probably got home now. Are you still on, Jim?
Oh,
I'm here.
Wonderful, wonderful.
Yes.
My people.
Are we pondering?
Wait, sorry, apologies. I didn't post. Little was not here. It was my birthday, Little, and I celebrated it. That is my post. You may continue, Sergio.
Happy birthday! Happy birthday! Happy birthday!
On Saturday.
Yeah, no. I think
Happy belated birthday!
he enjoyed it, as he said. He did post. Well, for us who are here a bit earlier, we heard a little bit on how it went. Okay. To ponder. I think for me, why are we? Why? Yes, okay. When we are sick, like when I was sick, and nothing else mattered other than my health, like really the priorities all changed, and it was okay. It felt very okay. I could call up people and say, oh, I'm not feeling well, or I could be silent, or I could switch off my phone. Whatever I do at that moment, it's okay. The reason being is I'm nursing myself. I would like to be in tip-top shape before doing anything else. So I know I'm not the only one who's experienced this. Like when you are sick, the whole world just stands still. And now I'm wondering, like, if that's the case, because when, like, now this weekend, yeah, like when you're sick, Valley, you don't want anything. And people, some understand, they don't demand anything from you. So why is it that after being sick and whatnot, and you return back to work, everything is fine? But now that I'm okay and I start stressing, oh, I've got deadlines, oh, I've got to do this. Do I really have to do these things? Do I really have to go back into the rat race and meet deadlines? Or could I say, you know what, my deadline is when I finish this task. If it takes me a day to finish it, it takes me a day. If it takes me an hour, it takes me an hour. So I've been on that one, and then I'm not sure who says this. It's La Dolce Vita, like I think it's like enjoy enjoy the simplicity, or the joy of being lazy, or something like that. But to enjoy life for what it is now. That's what it's taught me. But I want to find out from you guys, now that you know that nothing really matters other than your health and you being alive, because if you are not there, things might continue and things might not continue. But at the end of the day, how do you feel about it, and what do we do about such things?
Mr. Keith.
I've got some thoughts on that, but why don't you other guys go first? so that I don't dominate the thought process. Let's have your thoughts first.
Okay, I would like to offer mine before the king. Maybe he might say what I'm gonna say. When pondering, say, you mentioned health and being lazy. I find that those days that I assign for being lazy, they recharge me more than a normal day of activity myself. So in a way, somehow I feel that I'm dependent, that I must be productive, and then I must rest. And but it continues. And then on having many things that one has to do, it's one of the things that I'm struggling with also personally. That I have a lot of things that I wish to do as I'm relaunching. Oh, another update! I'm relaunching my business, so I wish to do things differently. But somehow I find the number of times of tasks that I have to do, it's so much that I would just maybe do something small. So on that, I would like also to improve and to be productive and do what I have said, I've told myself in my heart that I want to do. You know, the thing that doesn't leave you alone, that it keeps, just like Mr. Keith was describing. I felt I could relate to that because that's what is happening. Lot of things to do and so little time, and the time that one has, it has to be assigned to certain things. So I'm just pondering here. King said,
Um, my discussion will always be about health. So the number one thing that we have to start consuming and digesting is mushrooms. My lion's mane mushrooms. So that will help boost the mind and memory, and also boosting the brain itself. With honey, you reduce inflammation. So yeah, you just that's all you have to do with. And the best part is that it's not just one. It's not just one source. It has to be like consistency, you know, in your consumption of healthy things. Yeah, so that's my point that I personally, as a chef, as a, you know, I just prefer it like that. That we maintain our things as they are. You know, if we can improve on them better. But we should focus on progress. Though progress, my favorite line, though progress is seemingly short or seemingly unamountable to something, it's still important that we maintain our course and direction, you know. So, so
thank you very much for your ponder, the king. I okay. We will talk about what you talked about. I hope another time Mr. Keith, while we're pondering, what did you mean when you say the mind makes appointments that the body can't keep?
That's right. Do you understand what we mean by that? It's just as you get older, or indeed as you're sick, and in many instances, we make those appointments in our mind, and our mind is just so incredible. It's got no limitations whatsoever. Our body is totally dominated and limited by time, whereas our mind is our spiritual life that has no beginning and no end. And that's very difficult for our brain to, or my brain anyway, to understand that God and life really eternity. There's no beginning, there's no end, because we are so dominated by time. And so the whole question of, you've alluded to, both two of you, I think, to being lazy. What is lazy? What is laziness? It's generally taken to be a negative thing. But both of you spoke pretty positively about being lazy, because if lazy means taking it easy, relaxing a bit, then it's a very, very positive thing. If lazy means that it's diverting you away from what you could and should be doing, and just not caring, and that, then it is a negative. And certainly my mind, as I ponder it now, lazy has a negative connotation, but it shouldn't have, because as we've just said, if laziness is, as I've just said, taking it easy, then it's a very positive thing. It should be a part of our life, a definite, distinct part of our life. And this is the problem with English, or I think with any language. Words have meanings, and we have perceptions of what people are saying, the words they are using. And that is a major cause to the communication problems that we have in the world, is that we are not on the proverbial same page. I say 1, 2, 3, and you hear 4, 5, 6. And I act on what I've said, and you act on what you've heard. So it's important, as we go forward, that we do as we are in these pondering times, spending some time to get each different perspective on what we say. And so, being lazy, I believe, if it is a decision of yours to say, to hell with it, I'm not interested, blah, 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 what laziness can be perceived to be is negative and wrong and stupid. But if laziness means taking it easy, not pushing yourself, not running around chasing your tail, then it is a very good, positive thing, and one needs to have formal lazy times, not necessarily by yourself, but with your wife and with your kids and what have you. And so pondering, we have pondered time a little, and we're all saying there's so little time. And as I said, time. Do you know that our brain does not have a capacity to measure or understand time? If I say a centimeter or a kilometer or whatever to you, we've all got uh, the same or very similar interpretation, perception of most things. But there's nowhere scientists have proved that there is no part of our brain that can actually understand and measure and put time into any kind of perspective. That's saying that we've all heard many times that in dangerous situations or what have you, people often say, "My whole life just flashed before me," and that our whole life can be before us. When we're sitting waiting at a robot to turn green, and when we're in a hurry, that half a minute seems so long, whereas the half a minute or 5 minutes we spend with our loved one just flies by. So that's what I'm saying. We don't have a measurement in our mind. Our brain cannot. And that's a wonderful thing because our mind is not dominated as our body is, as our physical body is, by time. Okay. Bethel, you said you are relaunching your business. Remind me what your business is, please.
I used to work with someone who made name tags, and I sold snacks and whatever things that the environment needed, such as water or drinks. For now, for now, that's where I'm gonna start because that's where I failed last time.
So, are you going to relaunch making name tags, as well as the environmental water, etc.?
I'm gonna relaunch my business to focus on several things, but the things that I wish to focus on is the name tags. Number one, it has already been launched on my birthday. Number two, I'm thinking of snacks in all time here in the hospital. And then from then on, I'll see what other businesses that I can do that will have an opportunity for me to grow and an opportunity to make money. So I will be adding in the inventory, but I have to start somewhere.
Excellent. Do you come into Nelspruit, into town at all during the week?
I am based in town. I stay in the hospital.
All right. How are you placed tomorrow? Have you got some free time, a free half hour to meet, and we can just discuss your business, and I can see where I can give advice. And I just want to reiterate to all of you, it's an absolute pleasure and honor to be able to be in a situation to give advice, but I do it on one condition, and one condition only, that you do not have to take the advice, because my advice might not be right. My advice is there only to give another perspective to what your situation is and another possibility. So are you available sometime tomorrow?
First of all, I would like to request you and Jim and everyone that we start recording this. Even if maybe it's not gonna go public, but we have to start recording. Oh,
Hi, Mr. Bethwell. Are you listening?
thank you. Yes, yes, I was.
Um, I'm so sorry. I should have warned you guys that tonight we are recording. I am not sure exactly how it's gonna work out, but we are recording.
Thank you for that, man. We should have begun recording a long time ago. Mr. Keith, can you mute now, Mr. James?
Oh, sorry.
Yes, that's a brilliant idea. I wish it was from long ago so that we can reflect. The time during the week I do not have, but definitely I'll make time so that I can meet with you tomorrow, whenever you're available. Your advice
Okay.
would be truly appreciated, and you owe me a lesson about marketing.
It might include some of that, but just on hearing you uh, just talk about your food and things like that, it fits into um, one of the things that I've been giving a lot of thought to. I did not include in my post the fact that I had an opportunity this time in Joburg to stay with and spend quite a bit of time with the lady who started and is running Tears, transforming education about rape and sexual abuse. I think I've told you about it before. And she is now being given a 10-year lease on and she's got it set it up. I spend quite a bit of time in her place. I will give you more information on that next time. But Mara is her name, and what she's involved with and what she's doing, she's got over 43 people in her office now. Uh, most of them are qualified psychologists, and they're manning the phone and they're helping and advising and doing all kinds of things on gender-based violence. She's basically taking over what the government should be doing on it. And anyway, so I have some more ideas from her that I want to incorporate. So tomorrow, 9 o'clock, Jim, would you be able to meet us as well? I think it could be good for the three of us to get together, or let me have, say, half an hour with Bethuel first, and then if you could join us. How does I've got a 9 o'clock, which I'm sure I'll be finished by 10. So 10:30, and shall we say at McDonald's at the crossings? Can you get there? Bethuel, how does that suit you?
It suits me well. Just it's a place whereby the finances are needed. So I would like to provide an alternative place.
Okay.
The library, in case.
Okay. Can we get into the library?
Yeah. They're talking. Wherever, even McDonald's. They allow people to sit outside, right?
Yeah, and they allow people to sit in, and
Yeah.
I'll gladly buy you a Coke or a cup of coffee or something just to drink.
Okay. I'd be pleased to see you, Mr. Kit.
Okay. And that will be at 10 o'clock. And Jim, how you placed round about 11?
It's okay. It's okay. It would be nice to meet up with Bethwell as well. So if we can meet up together, maybe.
Would you join us then at McDonald's?
What time?
11 o'clock.
Yes, I can do 11 o'clock.
Excellent. Okay. That will be great tomorrow, you two guys. 10 o'clock and 11 o'clock, and we will be by 12. That will be great. Okay. Just
Okay.
coming back just to the pondering, just one last thought for what we were pondering on sickness and making better use of our time and doing whatever. The major reason for small businesses failing, and in fact, the major reason for most failures of relationships and what have you, can be summed up in one word, and that word is discipline. And all the things that I haven't been able to achieve in my life have been because I am fundamentally an undisciplined person, and I have not worked hard enough on disciplining. And that again is a word that has got so many, it's a generic word, it covers so many different things. But basically, discipline is doing not what you say you'll do, doing what you have thought and planned to do. And saying it makes it easier, especially saying it to somebody else makes discipline easier. But we have so many thoughts of our own that we don't share with other people, and things I'm going to do this today or whatever. And discipline lacks, or a lack of discipline is the major cause for us not achieving it. Okay. All right. That's my pondering, my own personal pondering as I get older and older and nearer to the end. Again, I've spent quite a bit of time with my brother-in-law passing, just pondering where's he now? What actually happens to us? What is it all about? And I have been reminded time and time again in my pondering, private pondering over the last few weeks, of the miraculous word and way Possi started, and the word that I got, or the verse that I got, that has played such an important part, and I haven't disciplined myself to make it work properly. And that is Ephesians 3:20, which says, "Now glory be to God, who by his mighty power at work within us is able to do far more than I would ever dare to imagine, infinitely beyond my highest dreams, thoughts," and there's a last word that just escapes me from it, and imagination. So that is, as I say, just been a verse that has come back to me and is so important there, because so all the motivational people and so many things people say, there's nothing we can't do. And if we put our mind to it, and if we share it with other people, and if we do it together. And that verse tells us that it is God that can do it, not us. That God does not work himself. And I look forward to dying and finding out why he chose to use human beings to bring himself into this world, because we figured out that it is God that is at work within us if we'll only allow him to. So that's my say. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Keith. Before we go to promises, Sir Lise, the King, any remarks? And then after you, I will pass the torch to Jim.
Thank you so much, Bethwell. And thank you, Keith, also for sharing that verse. Indeed, God is in control. And what I've learned, just before I forget, in my laziness, I do a lot of thinking. And I believe that thinking is part of progress. Like if you start thinking in a positive way, you are doing so much, so much, so much benefit for yourself. So being lazy,
Amen.
it also makes you think of simpler ways to do things, which means you can be effective and use your time in such a way. So we do appreciate you, Keith, your wisdom as well, and your experience that is adding on to each and every day. So I'm really hoping that this is a sign, you know, that yes, God is in control and you are not left out. In fact, you are the chosen one, in terms of there is only one Keith and there is only one platform for us to join up. And we're doing it. So thank you so much. My promise, if I can quickly promise while I have the mic, I've got this new software. If it works out, I promise to do the most with it, and the setup will do a lot of wonders for us, because we'll have footage and we'll have some content, something we can go back to refer to, because for now we only have a promise. I promise to be here next week. I promise to learn from what I've been through, what I've heard from you guys as well, whether it's to see the opportunity of the moment, to take up health at the moment. If I can be healthy, let me be healthy, let me make those choices. If I'm reviving something, my business, let me do it. Let me do it, because time, it's an illusion. It's a measurement just to capture something we can't capture, which is life. And I'm glad to be part of it. So thank you so much, gentlemen. That's my promise, to be here next week and to do better.
Thank you, Jim.
I promise to be here. Yes, thank you, sir. Thank you. I'd like to promise that I'll be here next week. I'll do my best to be here. I don't want to hold any excuses. So yeah, that's me for next week.
Thank you. I promise too to do my best to be here next week. I promise to contact one or two of the people that have been on it before, and to get them to come. We don't want to suddenly have 15, 20 people here. It's great just having the few of us. We get through so much more than we would if we had a big crowd. But it would be nice to have one or two new faces. And I promise to concentrate myself on being more disciplined, and I will report back next week on how it's gone. Thank you.
Thank you, everyone. My promise today, it is that I'll be here next week, number one. And number two, I promise to ponder about the things that we have discussed here, and to grow, and to apply discipline, even though it's just a little bit. Instead of reading 10 pages, why not read one? Instead writing of a full paragraph, why not I write one? So to constantly improve, that is my promise. Thank you, everyone. This has been a blessing. You are appreciated, Mr. Keith. You are appreciated, Judah. You are appreciated, Tembelile. Yes.
Amen to that. You are all greatly appreciated.
Thank you so much, guys, and
Thank
good
you,
night.
Jim, how do we access that recording?
I will send it to you, I think.
Excellent.
Yeah, if I can't, then I'll do it online and then send you a link if it's too big to send via WhatsApp.
Good. Excellent.
Wonderful.
Okay, guys, have a good rest of the evening, and thank you for everything. I'm running out.
All right,
Bye-bye.
thank you. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Possi POD.